Gonna make sure I pronounce it right. There's actually a 50-50 shot on this one with the I, but it is the one, the only, Jason Visenberg.
I appreciate everyone coming out here tonight. It's NBA Finals, and you wouldn't know what to look at me, but I was quite a competitive basketball player back in my day. So as I was saying, my parents signed me up for lessons at the JCC, and I became the Jewish Community Center, for those who don't know. And yeah, as I played with a lot of tough kids. There used to always be the one kid who wore the yarmulke while he was playing. And especially when you were like a little kid, it was like devastating, because it would always fall off. And so he'd go pick it up off the floor. Someone would always pass him the ball like immediately. So he'd be like, religion, ball, game, figure out everything. It was a conundrum. I used to coach there too, and I was like terrible. You're like, look, basketball comes first, faith comes second, please. Keep that in mind, okay? You can make that up to God later, but we can't win this game. It's today. And now it's summertime. Everyone likes to wear their sunglasses. Sunglasses are big in LA, so the bigger the better. Everyone's got the huge ass sunglasses. But I have to say, don't wear your sunglasses inside. Nothing pisses me off more than sunglasses inside. There are two types of people that wear sunglasses inside. Assholes and Jack Nicholson. And last time I checked, I haven't seen Jack Nicholson around town. See, I wanted to do something different when I came out, and I moved out to LA to become a comedian. So I was like, you know, a Jewish comedian, which I am as well, a little bit, but I wanted to try something different, so I became a Scientologist. I'm the first Scientologist comedian. See, they say laughter is the best medicine, right? But when you don't have medicine, it just leaves laughter. So I've been working on that. It's really helped my material, my networking. My Uncle Tom, John, my heat levels have gone through the roof. But yeah, I know it's tough. I moved out to LA about a year ago. I finished college for 3 years. It's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yay!
But yeah, I am single, so I'm single with a mingle. It's tough. You come out, you meet people, and you're like, hey, what's up? I'm single. You're single. How about we, go out sometimes? And they always go, that look up and down and go, you are out of my league. It's like, when the hell did we break into leagues? When did we decide we were going to subdivide everyone off into leagues? So I keep going on. It's like, I missed a lot of high school. Like, I left early, every day because I hated it. And I was like, did I miss the league sign up for dating? For what? I can't seem to get back on track. There just is no place to get on track for this. So every girl I go up to, I'm like, hey, would you like to go out sometime, have some fun, go see a movie or something like that? They're like, am I above your league? Am I below? I'm in the middle? How do I improve? So if anyone here is in my league, I'm going to be outside after my show. Just please come up to me and tell me when the next meeting is. I'm a great team player. Obviously, once you miss the initiation, I know it's tough, but I can pick up things fast, okay? And then the other thing, I have a lot of friends who are single and Jewish, so they're like, gotta do J-dates. But then my friend giving me good Jewish advice goes, but you gotta make sure you got a job first, you gotta pay for it. And I'm like, why would you want to get involved with that online dating in the first place? And then I'm like, then J-date, it's like, how does that date go? It's like, well, you message me first, so does that mean you have to pay? I gotta pay the tip. It's like a whole debate. Who's paying what? Not worth the time. And then there's these ads online for Match.com. Match.com. See who's online near you. So you go, you see the ad on there, you're looking at it, and it's always this girl. She looks like moderately attractive. She's not too horrible. And then she turns her face to the side, and you see Scarface. She's like a big mark. She pulls off the glasses and these big bulgy eyes. And then she's just staring back at you, and maybe she'll pretend to be distracted, They show her, she waves her hair, or she's got a friend in the back, she picks up the phone. That just always cracks me up. And then it makes me wonder, with all this online dating, trying to be set up, what would I rather do? I always think, the blind date, your friend's like, I meet this girl, she's great, you like her. But for me, I prefer to have a deaf date, where you don't know anything about them, but you know that they meet your physical requirements. That is my thing. You have to have more deaf dates and a little less blind dates. Because there's a difference. A blind date, you just hear that she's nice, it's great, you get along well. I'm like, I don't want to know that. She has to meet my physical requirements, then we can go. I can work on the personality, we can change that. So then I came out here, I got myself a job, I was working on Hollywood Boulevard. I was working in an office by Hollywood Boulevard. I wasn't like, passing down the street. There's a difference, I know. But just for the record, someone did get stabbed outside our office. It was great, yeah. And it always got me. And then finally, I worked my way up in the company. I met a couple people, and I got invited to my first Hollywood party. And And there's nothing more sleazy and exciting at the same time than a Halloween party. You're expecting me to see all these stars, but I tell you, I did see some pretty cool people. You know the guy that played Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
His twin brother's friend. I tried to get a picture with him, the paparazzi line was crowded. And then you're expecting the paparazzi to be all up in there, taking pictures of each other. It was like a roaring 1920s theme, so they all got dressed up and they were like, hey Paul, take a picture of me, look at me, I'm here. It's like, what about me? I'm inspiring, you know? Come give me a shot.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I love Hollywood Boulevard. I love all the people dressed up as the superheroes. Nothing is shadier than that. Like, you have like the worst, sketches looking pedophile-like dudes standing out there, creeping on your kids. It's like, then you got Marilyn Monroe, who's played by a lady who's older than Marilyn Monroe is. Had she still stayed alive? The most scarring thing for me had to be when I saw the girl who did the Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi in the bathing suit. Woo! Oh my God, it's, dude. Scarring. You will never watch that movie the same way again. That image will just come over her face, and it will be, oh, it just ruined it. It just ruined it. It was like horrible. And then Shrek took his mask off too. And he actually looked better like Shrek with the mask off than off. It was awful. And then Spider-Man, you're expecting Spider-Man to have, you know, a little rip to him, you know, a little, like Tobey Maguire got ripped up for the movies. No, this guy's like skinny, he's got that, you know, heroin chic kind of crack, you know, kind of crack arm. And then what used to always get me after lunch every day, they'd be like the same homeless guy going, do you have any change, do you have any change, do you have any change? And then one day just goes, hey asshole, do you have any change? I'm like, hey asshole. It's like, you don't know where I came from. I could have put that on a debit card. These guys, we're in a consumer society. Everyone's got to better themselves for the job market. So my advice to them, learn the menus. Then they can go, you know, they look, they notice you got a coffee bean drink, they're like, that's $3.49. You didn't pay for that on a credit card. Who puts credit card on $3.49? And then they can know, you know, get some change off, you know, kind of work with you a little bit. But they don't like to work. They just want you to give you the money. And it's like, come on, dude, I'm out hustling every day. You can do the same. You know the price of some McDonald's, some Baja Fresh. That's all I'm asking. That's all they got out there. But one of the big things coming out of LA, coming out of college too, is you gotta stay fit. You gotta stay toned. You gotta get sculpted. It's right here. So my favorite new commercial is that Bowfucks commercial, where the guy has lost a bunch of weight. He's really proud. He goes, I gave all my fat clothes to my fat friends. What does his friend think when he finally sees that? He's there in all his new clothes, he's draped out, he's finally got some self-confidence. Then he sees that and he's like, I thought Bob said that looked better on me. This was a good shirt, it brought out my eyes. Fat clothes for me. And then you get this whole thing, and then it's like, they're like, yeah, just work out 20 minutes every other day, you know, 3 days a week, you know, just. I'm like, yeah, and then take some steroids. You're not getting a ripped body like that, doing like 4 of these a week on a little curl iron. And another debate of mine is, I've been pondering this for a long time. It's the difference between the six-pack and the keg. See, I finally equated it all out. I got it all written out here. See, what the difference is, the six-pack is something you take home personally. That's a one-on-one thing. You want to bring the six-pack home. The keg, it's good for the party, you're sociable, you can go out, you can have a great time, you're everyone's best friend, they love you, you're fat and jolly, and you need the six-pack in order to get the home invite. So I've been working on that double time. I run, I got my Bowflex, I even gave some of my fat clothes to some of my fat friends. They all greatly appreciate it. But I'm an Israeli, that's my background. I'm Canadian, Israeli American, so I'm CIA all the way. And there's a lot of interesting Israeli stuff going on. My dad was actually just at an Israel walk a couple weeks ago, a pro-Israel walk, and he told me the craziest thing. There's this group of people that are against Israel, but they consider themselves Jewish. And what they're doing is they're waiting for the Messiah to come back before Israel can become. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, what the hell are these guys waiting for? It's like he's already, you know, it's like, come on guys, let's have our country, but it's just like, shit. And then I grew up in Canada originally, is where I'm from, and I was a poli-sci major in college, so I've always kind of been into a little politicking here and there. And there's these two parties that always get me. There's the NDP, they call themselves the New Democratic Party. And when you're learning about that in your textbook, you're thinking, a new Democratic Party? This is a new change. We're going to start today, we're going to start a revolution. And then you read, it's like, started in 1954, the New Democratic Party. It's like when you got to take the new out of your title, there's always a new. One of the shows I work at CBS, is The New Price is Right, which has been along for 35 years. So we're going to drop the new from the title. This is just The Price is Right. We don't think, oh, it's the new Price is Right today, it's better. And I was like, no, that's the same as it was in 1972, okay? The guy's changed, he's a little pudgier, the rest is the same, okay? And then there's another party in Canada that I love, and I wish I could have voted for them, but I moved to America by the time I could vote, and they're the Bloc Québécois. And they're in Quebec, they only run in Quebec, and their whole spiel is they want to become part of the federal government, so they can separate from the federal government. So their whole goal is to get to the highest point possible, have that big inauguration speech, that big celebration, and just go, thanks guys, peace out, it's been real, we're going to go have our own thing, get some money, let's run. That always just a treat me. It's like, you're working so hard, you're trying to help the people, that's all politics is about, and then you get to the top, you're just like, yeah, we got our own system, that's cool. We'll leave you guys alone, you guys have your country back, you take what we want. And then another thing about schools, I just finished, I got my degree in poli-sci and business, so I'm out here pretty much unemployed. The one thing that comes up all the time is like grad school. You gotta go to grad school. When are you gonna go to grad school? When are you gonna send in the application, take the test, and I'm like, the only grad school I will ever go to is med school. Because I've never met an unemployed doctor in my lifetime. Even Kevorkian was able to find work. It's like, you just have your MD, it's like, people will come to you. And I was wondering, that was one thing about Kevorkian, you know, obviously his job is to kill people. But I always wondered, like, what it would be like to be around him socially. You're like, oh, how's business going? You know, how's everything? Well, my law firm, we're doing great. What about you, Kevorkian? It's all right. I'm making a killing, but I'm not getting a lot of return clients. That's my real problem. I'm not getting them to come back that next time. That always gets me. And I love the doctor. You know, once you get your PhD, you got it made. Even if it's in English. I remember my cousin. He's an English doctor. And I remember when I first heard that, I was like a little kid, so I didn't know any better. My dad's like, yeah, your cousin Oren, he's a doctor now. And I'm like, that's great. I play a lot of basketball. Sometimes my knee's a little sore, just like right here. Does he have any good, like, you know, maybe a knee brace or something like that? And it's like, no, but he can quote you every other verse from Moby Dick. He knows that. And then I moved out here, I moved to the Fairfax area, so I live around a lot of my people, my brothers. My fellow Israelis, even though they always question my legitimacy, every time they see me, they come up to me and go, are you Jewish? And I'm like, didn't you see me shaking, grossies all style going on here? I was like, obviously I'm Jewish, I'm not gonna lie to you. And so he goes, well, have you done this? You know, you pray for such and such an event? And I'm not really religious, so I always flip the script on and go, have you? Have you done this? I'm on Israel time, dude. I did it 13 hours ago. I know what time you're working on. And then so I always flip it on and they go, you're a good man. Goddamn right I'm a good man. Better known than you. Yeah. And then so they always come and then sometimes they just go, are you Jewish? You know, I'm Jewish, you're Jewish, maybe we should go hang out sometime, we can have some fun. And I just go, look buddy, I am out of your league. Thank you guys very much.